Rennie in Paris is sponsored by Mercy. Your life is our life's work.
And this morning, the excitement surrounding the Olympics continues as all eyes are on gymnastics, swimming, and women's basketball. Our Rennie Knott is joining us live from Paris with the first weekend now in the books. Good morning, Rennie. How was your first weekend in the City of Light?
Bonjour. My first weekend in the City of Lights has been pretty much like every other day in the City of Light. It has been work, and more work, a lot of walking to do, but it is very, very exciting to be here in Paris to see our Olympians, especially our local Olympians, get ready to get it on here in Paris and go for the gold. Let me give you an idea of where I am right now. This is the Trocadero. Over there, those are the TV towers. That's where most of the live shots are coming in from NBC and the Today Show. Over here, though, is the Eiffel Tower, which is so beautiful, isn't it? Now, I can't go live this way because, well, the sun's at my back, so you couldn't see my face. So I got to turn things over this way. Now, as kids watch the Olympics, they're going to be wondering, how do I get there too? Of course, this takes training and dedication, but it also takes eating the right way. So before I left St. Louis, I sat down with a local dietitian to talk about eating to become a champion.
Push to be an Olympian starts by pushing a shopping cart.
Nutrition is really important for performance.
Food is how athletes get the best from their bodies.
Allowing you to train at a higher level, improving recovery, as well as reducing your risk for injury.
Emma Klinkenbeard knows this firsthand. She ran Division I track at St. Louis U.
For me specifically, I think it was extremely helpful in excelling at the 800 especially.
She's now a registered dietitian.
Nutrition physical performance is my master's degree.
And believes during competition season, what goes on your plate
I really focus on how they build their plates.
needs to be a measured mixture.
At least half of it be carbohydrate, a quarter of it protein, and a quarter of it fruit and veggie. And then we are mixing in fats and then fluids on the side.
She recommends eating whole foods.
Minimally processed fresh foods.
How much you eat depends on how much you do.
We have to look at training volume.
There's a reason why the Olympic champion, Michael Phelps, consumed 10,000 calories
He needed to fuel that much.
daily.
He was training 5 to 6 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week with 3 days of strength training. So that's an insane amount of volume for anybody.
But eating for the Olympics is not the same as eating for lesser competitors.
I would not recommend the type of fueling practices for them as I would to a recreational athlete, just because their volume and training is not going to look the same way.
Avoid those fad diets.
Just because it's working for somebody doesn't mean it's going to work for you.
And remember, no matter what level you compete on, what goes into your drinking glass is just as important as what goes into your shopping cart.
What is the value of water to athletic success?
Very valuable. Water is invaluable.
Hydration is so important, especially on these hot days. And today here in Paris, it is indeed one of those hot days. Coming up at 6 o'clock and at 5 o'clock, we'll hear from a couple of our local Olympians. Right now, as we head to break, I want to give you one last live look at the Eiffel Tower here in Paris.